etc. And then there's some space for some other kinds of things. We've added, for the purposes of HDMS, we've added readiness for weight change and readiness to stop tobacco. There are two fields there for that. And some additional area. Once you've done that, you can save that. And the next thing you want to do is record any issues they may have. Issues are also medical problems, another name for the same thing. You can add those issues here. There's a little dialog box to select the issues. Each one of these issue category types have to be entered separately, saved separately. So select an issue, put in the onset date if you have it. And any other information you have about the occurrence. It's late reoccurrence, it's status quo, etc. You can add as many issues as you wish. We're going to add an allergy this time as well. We have a sulfa drug allergy, and it's the same as it always was. And there are a number of other issues there. You can add a list of medications that they're currently taking at this point. Let's say they're taking Lipitor. They've been taking it since November of 2007. None of that matters at this point. Okay, and that takes care of their issues. If it's a child, you could put an immunization record, or even an adult, you could put an immunization record here in the Immunize page. There's a section for tracking immunizations and printing immunization records. If you have additional documentation that you have scanned copies of that have been saved on the computer, you can attach them here in the various categories. There are lab report categories, medical record categories, patient information, ID categories. So if you scan a scan of the ID card or any other ancillary information, they can be attached here. You simply click on the category, it will ask you to upload the file, you browse to the file and upload it, and it will be attached to that patient record. Okay, at this point you're ready to actually enter a new visit, so you can collapse that and open and enter new visit over here in the new visit category. You can also get to it by going to the encounters. I typically turn the bottom screen back on and do a new visit in the bottom screen. You can, like I said, control top and bottom all you want. You can, if you want to put the patient information back in the top of the screen, you can go under management and click on current, and it will put the current patient information, which is also displayed up here in the activity bar, in its normal location on the screen. So we're going to enter a new encounter. This is for an HRA, so it's a, let's call it an annual assessment. You have to select a visit category here. We're going to select new patient HRA. These are the standard dates. In this case, you're allowed to, during an acute visit, associate this particular encounter with any of their issues from the medical history area by selecting them this way. We obviously don't need to do that now in an assessment. So you click on the save. That opens the encounter form area where you can start actually managing the visit. The next item that would typically happen at this point is on this clinical pull down over here. The new encounter form is what we just did. The next item is going to be vitals collection. So you bring up the vitals form and do the typical vitals. This would typically be done by the med tech. As so, it's pretty straightforward. Fill in the appropriate forms. As you can see, BMI is also calculated from their height and weight. And then at the bottom, you just save form. All right, you just continue down that list. There's a review of systems checks that allows you to quickly go over their objective systems. Anything that you check here will show up in their record. If you don't check it, it will assume that you didn't look at it, and it won't mention it in the medical record. So, series of checkboxes we'll go through here. We already know that She has an issue of diabetes that's ongoing. And let's claim it. Let's say it's insulin dependent. And let's say they have some back problems they're complaining about. You would enter any additional medical notes at this point right there. You click Save, and you move on. As you can see, what displayed is only the things that we selected. The next step would be the actual exam and screening form. This is similar, but this is more in the detailed category. Any of these forms can be used or not used as they see fit. This is the full system specific with the ability to say it was within normal limits or abnormal, and then add commentary about each one of the items. The same is true here. Anything you check will show up in the medical record. If you don't check it at all, it will assume that you didn't look at it. If you check either with normal limit or abnormal, then you should definitely put a comment to go with it. All right. The screening section was added for recording their cholesterol levels, LDL, HDL, and total cholesterol, and the diabetes information from the test and any other issues. There's a section down at the bottom for lab results, which can be entered now, or notes about follow-up visits. You could also reserve this, come back when you order a lab result and get it, and add it to the medical record for that visit. Okay. As you can see, the order of these forms as they show up, the vitals is always at the top, but after that, the order is essentially in reverse order of entry for this purposes of this display.